What's going on, guys, and welcome back to News to savage+lighting+kit&qid comics, movies, games, and more. And today I'm here with a new Marvel Spider-Man photo mode submission. This one is photo mode submission number 16. It's been a bit since I've done one of these, and don't worry, I have a new type of photo mode submission video coming out tomorrow specifically, where you guys got to rate some of my photo mode submissions, and I'm going to be reading your comments in that video. I'm very much looking forward to that as well. So anyways, welcome to the channel once again. My name is Ronnie, and we do this thing here on the channel where we go over some of the photos that a lot of you, my subscribers and viewers, have submitted, and I definitely want to take the time and just go over some of these photos. These photos that I'm about to review and show you are really amazing. You guys did an amazing job submitting these photos, and you guys have unparalleled skills when it comes to photo mode usage. Anyways, before we get started, be sure to like, subscribe, and click on the bell notification so y'all don't miss anything. We post Marvel related content here on the channel, mainly Marvel Spider-Man 2 content and a lot of MCU content as well. So if that sort of stuff is for you, then definitely subscribe to the channel. It really helps it out a lot. Let's go ahead and get started with the very first photo on this submission. Now this one was submitted to me by Unofficial Spidey over on Discord, and it's of Spider-Man Miles Morales swinging. It looks really nice. It looks like it was submitted by Insomniac Games themselves. It really does have that professional look. I love the texturing of the costume. You can really see it. The imaging is really sharp. The reflection off the lenses is perfect. Now, I don't know whether it was taken on the PS5 or not, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that it was. Based on what I can see here, it looks like there's really good usage of ray tracing and lighting here, especially with the reflection off the lenses, of course, and in the foreground the hand is kind of blurred out anyways, but nonetheless still an amazing shot. Thank you very much, Unofficial Spidey. Now on to the next one, and this one is of Spider-Man Miles Morales in his Spider-Verse suit. Now this one was submitted to me by over on Instagram, and the reason why I picked the shot is because this still frame right here kind of looks like something that would come right out of the comics, and it looks like a still frame from the game itself that was also shown to us by Insomniac Games. It just kind of looks like that, and I love how like the bioelectricity around his body is kind of sparkly and just going around his body. It's as if he's in the middle of an attack, and it's a beautiful shot. Really love the shot. Thank you so much again, over on Instagram. Now this one is really cool because of how dark and obscure it is with the darkness, and the whole photo is surrounded by fire, sparks, and everything, and it looks beautiful. This one was submitted to me by a Mo H over on Instagram, and it's of Spider-Man in his Mark IV suit, one of my favorite suits of all time in the game. And the reason why I picked this one is because Spider-Man is shrouded in darkness, where there is a bit of reflections in his behind and of course in his legs and everything like that, so you can definitely see the reds and blues, but they've been darkened, and it's of course taken inside a motorcycle garage where there's flames everywhere, and just the image of Spider-Man on his knees and on his hands getting ready to have a bout with Tombstone, it really does paint the picture of an epic battle ready to happen, and it's so exciting. It kind of looks like something out of a comic book cover. I think it really does look like a decent comic book cover. It would totally make a decent one. Anyways, remarkable shot, Mo H. I really love the shot. Thank you once again for submitting this shot. Now this one is perhaps one of my favorites of all time in this entire photo mode submission. This is of the Amazing Spider-Man shooting out a web line, and this one was submitted to me by sicklydet387 over on Discord. Now this is actually one of the finisher moves, but if you actually take a closer look, it actually kind of pulls up this image in your head. If you've seen the Amazing Spider-Man movies, the first one primarily, there is this one shot in the Amazing Spider-Man where Spider-Man shoots a web line kind of in a similar position like this, getting ready to swing downwards toward a city. And the reason why I like this shot so much is because it's really reminiscent to one of those scenes in the Amazing Spider-Man, the very first one. And I love this scene because, once again, and I said this before in multiple videos of mine, especially in the Spider-Man photo mode submission videos, the Amazing Spider-Man suit looks amazing at night. It is a damn good looking suit. It's one of those suits that I just didn't like originally when I first saw it, but it really grew on to me over time. And at night, if you want to take the best shots with this suit, definitely recommend it, taking it at night, because it does look amazing. Great job, sicklydet387. Now the next one is of course of the Amazing Spider-Man suit. Once again, for whatever reason, I think the Amazing Spider-Man suit looks superior in the video games than it does in the movies. And this is of the Amazing Spider-Man looking out to New York City, and this one was submitted to me by Darth Elgor over on Discord. great job. I'm really impressed with this shot. I love how bleak and dirty the New York City landscape looks. I really like it. The only thing that's colorful is Spider-Man, of course, whereas the city is shrouded in like darkness and bleak, and it's dirty and smoky and polluted. It kind of paints a message here, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if you were going for that, Darth Elgor, but if I had to guess, Spider-Man is like the symbolism of hope, and that's why he has color, whereas the city is the symbolism of pain and destruction and all loss of hope. So I think that's what you're going for here. Anyways, that was my best guess, but if you were going for that, great shot once again. Thank you, Darth Elgor. Now the next one is of Spider-Man in his advanced suit, and this one was submitted to me by Lumpy Jellyfish number 2 over on Discord. You're probably familiar with a lot of his photography, but he does submit some really good photos. Now I picked the shot because it looks like he's in the middle of the air getting ready to hit someone, and I love the reflection off his costume, especially like the reflection off his lenses, and it looks fantastic. Thank you so much, Lumpy Jellyfish on Discord. I really like this shot. Now the next one is of Spider-Man Miles Morales swinging, and this one was submitted to me by NJL1702 over on Discord. The reason why I picked this one is because in the foreground, Miles Morales is the main focus, whereas the entire city in the back is blurred out. And the nice usage of sun glare going towards the foreground of the camera, it's chef's kiss. It's perfect. This shot is beautiful. Thank you so much, NGL1702, for submitting this shot. Now, this one I had to pick because this is something that you would probably find in a Miles Morales Spider-Man comic. This one is of Spider-Man Miles Morales fighting the Prowler, and this one was submitted to me by Akon over on Twitter. And you guys can also send me photos there on Twitter and, of course, on Instagram if you feel like it. The links to all of those are in the description box once again. This one is great. I really love this shot. I've actually personally never taken so many shots of Spider-Man versus the Prowler when I was playing the game, but this one's fantastic because this is the Prowler in midair, in the middle of getting knocked out, whereas Miles Morales is just doing his thing, making his move. Once again, Akon over on Twitter. Thank you so much. Now this one really caught my attention because of its simplicity. However, it's dark, and dark themes really go well with Spider-Man 2099. This one was submitted to me by No Limit C over on Instagram, and I like this shot because, once again, it is simple, but all you really see is some of the highlights and the hues of Spider-Man 2099's mask, and it's perfect. I love it. All shrouded in darkness, and all you see is just the highlights of the masks, where you can make out at least like the brows and like the nose and all those details. It looks super cool. Very fitting for such a dark version of Spider-Man. I really like this shot. Thank you once again, No Limit C, for submitting this shot. And the last one I had to pick because this looks like Spider-Man is falling towards a villain that he's about to fight. And I love it because it kind of reminds me of like getting ready to see the next comic issue coming out. You know, you probably know what I'm talking about. You'd have to wait until next week to see what the next comic is about. And that's where I actually get my "I'll see you in the next comic panel" phrase, because you always wonder what's going to be in the next comic panel when you're reading a comic book. So it's kind of a way of me saying I'll see you next time. And this is where like that came up in my head when I was looking at this shot. This one was submitted to me, by the way, by The Brinch over on Discord. Several reasons why I picked this one is because of its usage of red and orange hues in this photo. Of course, Spider-Man is sporting the Mark IV suit in this image, and it looks awesome. But the main really focal point, the one thing that really caught my attention in this photo is because the mystery that lurks beneath those tentacles. I mean, we already know who the villain is. It's just this picture itself paints that mystery. You don't know exactly. If you were going to show this to somebody for the very first time who doesn't know a thing about Spider-Man, they would probably wonder what lurks beneath, and they're probably wondering what are those long things protruding out of like the obscured ground. What are they? Like they would wonder what those are. But anyways, I love this shot. Thank you so much, The Brinch over on Discord. Once again, you guys submitted some fantastic photos, amazing photos, pun intended, and I'm looking forward to more photos like this. Anyways, if you would like to submit your photos and see your photos make it to one of my videos here on the channel, be sure to submit your submissions down to any of my social media links, which can be Twitter, Instagram, or Discord. Once again, the links to those are in the description box below. And while you're at it, invite yourself over to my Discord. because the invitation link is also in the description box below. So anyways, guys, thank you all so much once again. This has been a very fun photo mode submission. Definitely looking forward to more. And also stay tuned for the new photo mode submission that I'm about to go over with you guys tomorrow, where you guys got to rate some of my photo mode submissions. That's going to be really fun, guys. I'm very much looking forward to that. And with all that being said, guys, thank you all so much for watching once again. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. And I will see you all in the next comic panel.